Marwa is a desperate bachelor. Today's topic, we are going to discuss about filming, power, police and justice, a village conflict and the law in Kenya. In a video that is circulating online, we see Gintu and Anesto controlling a tractor that was plowing Anesto's piece of land. Murimi comes in and starts a fight with Anesto, and Marwa also comes in with his goons, the likes of Uncle Mo. So today, I'm speaking about something bigger than Marwa, bigger than Gintu, bigger than Anesto, and bigger than Murimi, and bigger than the likes of Marwa's goons, that is Uncle Mo. This is about power, this is about filming rights, and this is about land, and this is about police authority, and this is about how justice is perceived in Kenya compared to Western countries. In a village setting, in Anesto's land, a conflict began. Initially, we saw Gintu and Anesto controlling a tractor driver who was plowing a piece of land, of which Anesto himself said that he wants to plant corn in that piece of land.
Guys, we are here one-on-one to handle this kind of the matters, and I want to understand what we're going to be coping up here. Somehow
There has been a dispute connected to land access and pathway issue. Anesto believes in equality.
But I'm just denied them. But what I'm just telling you is that I just want them to provide something, and I provide something.
And contribution when it comes to access road. Marwa and his family did not want to give a pathway. So Anesto saw it good that because this is my piece of land, let me remove this post so that I can squeeze them to a point that I can contribute to a section of a pathway, and the family that borders actually my plot, they can also give out a pathway so that they can contribute equally. So tension grew because Murimi moved to Anesto's land. Murimi attacked Anesto on Anesto's own piece of land.
And handle the matters that they're going to be coming and make it happen. We're going to be having a fight here. Acha Mura. Achana na hizi vitu Mura. Ni nini? Sasa siwe ni ndugu Mura. Achana na acha Mura, Murimi acha. Si nimekataa. Acha Murimi. Acha achilia wewe. Wana mkangi nenge. Acha. Acha Mura. Sina kumbe shike. Acha tata. Murimi.
There was a fight, abusive language was used, family hierarchy was invoked, including statements about being firstborn, because it was discussed in a Korean language where Murimi himself said that, do you know I came out of the womb before you came out of the womb. So that means that you're supposed to give me respect. During this confrontation, Gintu was present. Gintu was trying to separate the fight. He was controlling the tractor in plowing that piece of land. He did not go into Marwa's compound. He did not trespass into Marwa's private land. He was on Anesto's piece of land. He even didn't trespass to Murimi's piece of land.
So you are recording me.
You don't have a right to record me.
Haya.
You don't have a...
Wewe chacha, twende Mura. Acha mchezo Mura. Achana mchezo mwingi hapa. I don't have a right to record na unani record.
Marwa came with his goons, the likes of Uncle Mo and the same guy who trespassed with horses into Percy's compound. And Marwa told Gintu not to film him. Marwa is a YouTuber, Gintu is a YouTuber, Uncle Mo is a YouTuber, Murimi is a YouTuber, and Anesto is a YouTuber. All of them, they use cameras. So all of them are content creator, and content creation is all about filming. Marwa himself has filmed thousands of people across markets, villages, and even internationally. He has filmed elderly people, he has filmed children, he has filmed families, and he has filmed in public places without always seeking individual consent. Yet, on this day, he told Gintu not to film him.
Sasa Marwa, acha nikwambie Mura.
That is your only problem.
Acha nikwambie. You hate me and I don't like you too.
Angalia.
Sasa mimi ndo nilikuwa naivuta.
Hebu angalia. This is what his brother has done.
Sasa how am I the one? Am I the one?
That incitement.
You hate me Marwa and I don't like you also. Fuck off bro. Fuck off man.
Utumie mandugu wenyewe kupigana, wachomani.
Wanapigana hapo una record. So wewe ndo una record. Mimi na record.
Muro usini record.
Marwa.
Usini record.
Mura mimi nikwambie kitu moja.
Usini record hivyo Muro.
Haya. We chacha. Twende chacha.
Argument between Gintu and Marwa followed, and Marwa called police via phone call.
Madam, kuja ndio huyu kijana anataka kunipiga hapa.
Anakupiga.
Niko hapa kwa kina Anesto, anataka kukimbia na pikipiki. Gintu the same guy.
Now, the central issue becomes this. Can someone be arrested simply because another person calls the police? Let me say this. In Kenya, police have authority under the Criminal Procedure Code to arrest where they reasonably suspect that a crime has been committed. An arrest must be based on reasonable suspicion. It cannot be arbitrary. It cannot be purely personal. But what we see here, it is like a trend. There is a pattern that happened before. When Gintu was initially arrested, the same thing happened. Gintu was in Grandma construction site, nowhere near Marwa's compound. The same thing. Marwa is calling the police officers to arrest Gintu, and Marwa himself claims that Gintu is inciting this family. I don't know even what Marwa was doing there, because Marwa was not part of that confrontation, because we have seen Murimi defending Condad family before. And let me say this issue about access road, there is a video that circulated online where Anesto and Lucas the Traveler, Condad himself, told Lucas the Traveler and Anesto not to pass through his piece of land. So this actually has led to all these shenanigans that we are now seeing about access roads. This is something that was actually it is Conrad himself actually resulted to this issue. And let me say this: wrongful arrest exists in Kenyan law. If police arrest someone without lawful cause, that person can sue the state for unlawful arrest and false imprisonment. We have seen that before. I personally have seen people doing that and they get justice because the Constitution of Kenya 2010 protects freedom and security of a person. Article 29 protects against arbitrary detention. Article 49 provides right upon arrest. This means police cannot legally arrest someone just because they were called. They must be having grounds. In Western countries, for those people who maybe come from the West, similar protections exist. In the United States, false arrest can lead to civil lawsuits. In United Kingdom, wrongful arrest claim can be filed, and there are also offenses such as public mischief for wasting police time. But Kenya also has legal mechanism. Section 129 of Penal Code addresses false reporting to police. If someone knowingly gives false information to police, causing them to act improperly, they can be offenses. So the difference often lies not in the law itself, but in enforcement, awareness, and access to justice. Now let us return to filming. In Kenya, there is no absolute prohibition against filming in public spaces. If someone in a public place, generally they can be recorded. However, privacy rights exist in private properties. Consent becomes more relevant in private spaces. If Gintu was on Anesto's land with permission and filming is an open setting during a dispute, the legal argument becomes complex. Because even before Marwa and the Goons came to that place, we could see Gintu filming, Anesto too filming, and it was something like an interview. So Anesto himself authorized Gintu to do a video where he was. So if Marwa was in that space, he could request not to be filmed, but whether that became a criminal issue depends on harassment, intimidation, or breach of peace. Both Marwa and Gintu have equal rights under the Constitution. Freedom of expression applies to both. Freedom of media applies to both of them. So one cannot claim freedom to film thousands and then deny another the same freedom without legal basis. So let me say this: Marwa was wrong in commanding Gintu not to film him, but disagreement alone does not equal crime. Now let me address the issue of intimidation. There are a number of times where Conrad family, they actually intimidate the community members, and they have gone to an extent where they give bribes and use the policemen against the villagers. If police are repeatedly used during minor civil disagreements. It creates a perception of weaponizing the authority. So the law should not be a tool of intimidation. The law should not be actually a tool for specific people. It should be a tool of order. It should be a tool of public, and anybody can report to police officers and justice can be given. I remember there was a video that I did about Mama Ann's family, where Mama Ann's family went to police station and they were denied justice to report to the police station. Let me even say right now, I'm very happy because all those police officers that were in Nyabohanse police station were transferred, all of them, and now we have some other new police officers. If in case these new police officers also will be intimidated, that tells us that even for them, they'll be packing the way they came. Land disputes are common in Kenya. Access roads are common sources of conflict. This is not the first time. There was a time that we could see Anesto, where they were building a wall near that section, and this is one of the instances that actually resulted to what we are now witnessing here. We have seen families fighting because of lands, brothers fighting because of land, family inheritance conflicts are also common. The divide and rule dynamic is often mentioned, actually it has been mentioned in village politics. The likes of Condad family, they operate in a system of divide and rule, whereby they want to take over the community. I have evidence about Marwa himself telling one of the foreigner that go get money, I'll show you how we push these families away from this piece of land. Even the brother to Marwa, that is Lady J, himself, a number of times he has said on camera that we are going to buy the entire of these village. So power dynamics exist when some individuals have money, they have influence or social reach through platforms like YouTube. But power does not override the law. If Murimi attacked Anesto physically, that becomes assault under Kenyan Penal Code section 250. If Gintu separated them, that is not an insult. I don't know why Marwa called the police. This means that Marwa himself is against Gintu, and let me say this, that we won't accept Gintu to be intimidated by Condad, by Marwa's family. If it means to go to the further authorities, if just in case Gintu will be arrested wrongful, we have to seek justice, and if he used force beyond reasonable separation, then it can become an assault. Facts determine legality. If police arrest without proper investigation, the arrest party can file a constitutional petition and they seek damages. They can actually, if Gintu get arrested, we are heading to file and report to IPOA, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, where they are mandated in such kind of these actions. So the statement that police cannot just come and arrest you is legally correct in principle. They must have ground. However, in practice, Police may arrest first and investigate later. And I've seen these happening. So that is where abuse can occur. If wrongful arrest occurs, civil suits are possible in Kenya. The High Court has awarded damages in past cases. The system allows it. The challenge is awareness, cost, and time. Now we examine the precedent. If someone who has built brand around filming public life suddenly invokes privacy or selective, it raises ethical debates. Ethics are different from legality. Something may be legal, yet ethical inconsistent. Public figures often face filming. In Kenya, public space carries lower expectation of privacy. However, every retains dignity right under Article 29. This situation reflects the deeper issue: family, land access conflict, social hierarchy in village, police trust deficit, digital media influence, and economic power imbalance. So when villagers feel intimidated, perception becomes a reality. When police aligned with one side, trust erodes. The way we see in this village, police actually, they are on one side, that is conduct, because they have money. So when filming becomes selective, credibility suffers. Justice system in Kenya and Western countries share similar foundation. Both allow lawsuit for unlawful arrest, both penalize false reporting, both protect freedom expression. The difference lies in enforcement culture, speed of legal recourse, and citizen awareness. If Gintu was arrested without lawful ground, he could challenge it. If Marwa knowingly made false claims to trigger arrest, that could have bring legal consequences. If Murimi assaulted Anesto, that is a criminal matter, because Murimi himself, we could see the way he was riding a motorcycle up to where Anesto was. And the law does not protect wealth. The law does not protect influence. The law protects the rights. However, rights must be asserted, complaints must be filed, oversight mechanism must be used, and legal must be sought. Calling for accountability through lawful channels threatened democracy. Calling unlawful, what we call retaliation, weaknesses. So the precedent need to be set up. Institution already exists. IPOA exists. High Court exists. Constitutional petition exists. And civil suits exist. Weaponizing justice undermines justice, but accusing without evidence also undermines justice. The central message remains this: filming rights apply equally. Police power must be lawful. Land disputes must be handled legally. Family conflict must not escalate into criminal misuse. And public platform comes with a responsibility. Murimi himself actually has disowned Anesto, saying that Anesto, there is no time I'll be in good terms with Anesto. So these village incidents is not only about Marwa, it is not only about Gintu, it is about how modern digital power intersects with traditional rural conflict. It is about how perception of justice or injustice spreads online. It is about how communities respond to authority. Justice must be consistent, law must be neutral, police must act reasonable without suspicion, and citizens must know their rights. Media creators must apply standard consistently. So Kenyan Constitution provides tools. The challenge is enforcement and courage to pursue remedies. This is not about revenge. This is about system. This is about fairness. This is about rule of law. A rule of law must apply equally to Marwa, to Gintu, to Anesto, to Murimi, and every villager in Nyabohanse and Isibania. So for those who like lifestyle video, I have also another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba, where basically I post videos on lifestyle, village logs, and other things. So goodbye for now. Let us meet in the next video.